Mustang GT for people who want more out of life than a little peace and quiet.
Well guys, if y'all stayed around to the end of the last video, you would have seen my new to me 90 Fox Body Mustang. Those of you who are new to the channel, I actually started out in the Fox Body world. That was my introduction to Mustangs. I had an 89 GT, basic bolt-ons, but it had Thumper E7 cams. It had a T-Moss parted lower intake with a comp polymer upper, like the bread box style. Had an E303 cam, and it was geared. It was 5-speed. It was fun. This car obviously needs work. That's why I wanted it. But it's got a tube front end on it. Got to fix this. I had to move this bar because I was doing something. I don't remember what. But it's got a new radiator. It's got the slim fans. It's got a trick flow intake. It is supposedly cammed, but they don't, you know, they couldn't really 100% identify that yet. Got the, it's got headers, got exhaust. And I'll show you my favorite part. So my favorite part happens to be in here, and it's not this cool B&M shifter and these gauges. This car's on Terminator X. And I say on loosely because it was started, but it's not completed. So there's still a lot of the harness down here that's hodgepodge. And the way they have it ran through the cab like that is not going to work for me. So I got to take a lot of this out and redo it. Steering wheel's a letter tethered. The door panels can be fixed, but I would like to get the Scott Rod door panels. This is not that great, but it does not leak, so I'm not super worried about it right now. It actually sat out all night in the rain, and yeah, nothing's wet. Seen the glue marks there, so it kind of threw me off. I was thinking, well, maybe I'm fixing a lot of these people, but nope. Yeah, it's going to be a fun street car, and I'll show you the other goodies it comes with. So it is a LX hatch. These hatches are extremely heavy, which is why a lot of people like to go with the notchback. So I have to get new lights here, but it comes with all this stuff. Now the crazy thing is that they have these mass airflow sensors, but the Holley runs off of a map system. Brand new in the box for the Holley EFI is the sniper distributor system. I'm not 100% sure what size these injectors are, but it has all the injectors if I wanted to upgrade them, which I think is amazing. The battery is relocated in the trunk here, and then it's got interior pieces. This is the piece that needs to be welded on for the front. Whoever did the welds, I mean, kudos for trying, but pretty sure that Ray Charles could weld better than that. Anyway, this goes up here for the radiator. So that's got to get welded in. Good thing I know a good welder. So the battery is off the car, but if you look at some of this stuff, I mean, that's just, look how janky that is. So there's a lot of it that needs to be cleaned up, tidied up. I got to get all this out and sorted. The other thing it does have, I don't know whether I like them or not, I got these one-piece headlights. Now, these are really nice headlights, but I'm not sure I like the one-piece. I'm old school. I kind of like the three-piece. But nevertheless, it does have headlights, which I don't know if you notice this, not on the front of the car. So when I was cleaning out the trunk, I forgot to mention it has the trim for the windows back here. It's got a brand new radiator hose. I don't know if you noticed that missing up front. But one of the things that surprised me is the battery is relocated to the trunk, which I told you about. But this is actually a really nice battery kit. I mean, this is a billet. This is aluminum. It's got And it's got some good stuff in it. So that's it's not a cheap kit. It's got RCA's ran, and it looks like it had a power wire ran, so it's got a head unit up there, obviously, but sounds like it used to have a system in it too, just going by the looks. So this is the main Holley harness for your negative and your positive. I'm not sure if it's supposed to go that way. I thought it was supposed to tie into a switched 12 volt source. I'll have to do some research on this stuff. Like I said, I don't know all the ins and outs of Holley yet. So other than needing, you know, course paint, I guess they was going to turbo it, or this came off of a turbo car on the front clip here. But it's got a drag pack on it. Tires are somewhat decent. And yeah, just one of them things that I'm just going to have to go through step-by-step process. And I'm excited about that. Anybody would tell you that knows me, I'm really big into cars that need work. I don't want a perfect car. I don't know what it is. It's just, that's my getaway. That's my release. And yeah, and you're not going to believe this, but this is a Fox body with a broke door handle. Yeah, I know. It's hard to believe. I think my friend's been through like 6 on his notchback now. I'll show you why. So let's just take a standard door handle. You pull it. That's how it comes out. So people grab a Fox body door handle and they pull and it won't open. The trick is you put your thumb there and you rotate it. You rotate it up and that's it. So I got to replace that one. There's a bushing that goes right here. I got to replace that, so you don't have to slam the door to heaven. Both fenders are not really bolted in all the way. There's a bolt needs to be here. This has got to be lined up. This one's got a bolt in it there, but that one don't. Yeah, just simple things. It does have a little bit of cowl work that I'm going to need to do. I'm not worried about it. It did come with a cowl hood right there, which is great, and it's a bolt-on hood, so I can use the hinges. But as you can see, I don't have anything yet for a latch, so I'll need to put like hood pins or something like that in there. Not a fan of hood pins. As y'all know, my SN did not have hood pins. But even so, I'm going to do what I got to do. It has coilovers on it with caster camber plates on both sides, of course. Brake fluid looks new. It's got a MSD coil. Some people like them, some people don't. People call MSD my spark disappeared. It has a, I think this said 65 millimeter. It might be bigger, but it's got an aftermarket throttle body on there. And yeah, of course the trick flow, like I pointed out. The heads, it had trick flow heads on it, but he used them for another car. So this has E7 heads on it. My Thumper E7 heads flowed better than a stock GT40 head. Now, I will like to go aluminum heads on this eventually, but where we sit now, that's going to be fun. AC obviously has been messed up, so I want to get the AC delete pulley here. They got a new water pump on it and things like that. Yeah, it's just basically somebody got tired of, they bought this car as is, and pretty much it's not their cup of tea, and they was not looking to chase the issues and the hodgepodge wiring that the previous owner did. So he wrote me and asked to trade. At the time he asked me to trade, it was crazy. My car was running perfect. Said, yeah, I'd love to trade you. Then my transmission messes up, overdrive goes out, and I write him, it's like, man, overdrive went out. I said, I can throw a little bit of money on the top if you still want to trade for a transmission. I'm not going to throw crazy amount or anything like that. He's like, yeah, that's fine. Well, then I didn't hear from him for a little bit, and I'm like, I was thinking he was ghosting me because he changed his mind. And I even said, hey, that's, you know, that's kind of lame. And he's like, nah, man, it's not like that. Crow's always got to get in the video. But anyway, he said, it's not like that. He said, for some reason, we have an issue where the car's not starting now. It's set for a while. We can't figure it out. And I said, great. My car's broke. Your car's broke. Let's trade broke cars straight up. He said, deal. Now, those of you who might know or were used to my channel, I had a spare engine. I had rods. I had all kind of crap for the car. So I couldn't drive the car to him. I couldn't meet him halfway. And obviously, you can't drive this car back. So they came over 5 hours away, brought this car, picked up the Fox body or the SN, loaded all that stuff. So they got that all in trade, and I got this with Terminator X and the stuff that it has. So they made the trip, and I'm extremely excited, and I'm extremely happy that everything worked out. So yep, let me know what y'all think. I'm going to keep the full interior. I'm keeping the back seats in. I'll probably do some sort of audio in this. I want this to be a fun street car, but I don't want to go too crazy. These cars are already light, so I don't have to do a ton of weight savings on that. The one crazy thing that I found is they went through this trouble of doing this and cutting all that out, and it's got the factory K-member. Not a huge deal. Like I said, these cars are light from the factory. This is probably a 2,800 pound car as it sits, if not less. Underneath the car, it's got a Flowmaster exhaust. It's got an H pipe, and it's got these like traction bars that kind of go up there. Not sure if I'm going to keep that or not. It is old school technology, but it's old school technology that actually works. It works pretty daggum good. So I would like to go with a pipes violator catback on this car. I love the way violators sound on a 5.0, but Flowmasters is also a classic sound. So got to do something with this rear diff. I don't know the gears that are in it. He was unsure. It could be stock gears still, so might have to drain it and you know, check out the gear ratio, put new fluid in it, put a different diff cover on it. And yeah, the back shocks appear to be stock, and it still has the, I don't know what y'all can see up in there, but it's still got the quad shocks on it, which is pretty rare. The dog bone on the rear is missing, and it's got stock control arms, which is pretty crazy too. The back here does not want to close right, and if you look, it's kind of just that rubber, it's kind of eat through it, so it has nothing to grab. So I do have to get another bushing for that too. One more thing I want to point out on this car, which is amazing to me. So a lot of these are known to crack up in here for some whatever reason. It's a weak spot. As you can tell, this is not. Has a sunroof, which I guess is a pretty rare option. I don't know. But look how clean this trunk is. I don't even know if y'all can see that. Hang on. Look at that. There is no rust anywhere on this hatch. These hatches are known to rust right here so bad that I went to a junkyard. When I had mine had rust pinholes all through on this side right here from the spoiler. And I went to the junkyard, and out of 17 hatches, now this is over a period of time, it's not at one, I found one good hatch. Even the one good hatch had some rust up on the lip right here that I had to take care of. But again, this is, it might not look like it, but this is a clean, straight car. And like I said, I'm glad I know a welder, because if you look at some of this stuff, yeah, that's kind of booger welded. That's not even closed in right there. So needs some work. This side's actually good. I don't know if they just couldn't get to that side very good or what. This side's a lot better than that side. It is going to be a lot of work, but I'm super excited for it. Like I said, I got to figure out this situation, get the headlights bolted in. I do want a different bumper, maybe fenders, because that one's got the exit in it over here, and I'm not sure I'm not gonna go turbo. I just want to keep it in a simple street car, maybe do some aluminum heads. I don't know what cam is in it, but definitely upgrade the cam if it's nothing crazy. The guy thinks it's the E303 cam, which is like the most common go-to, especially if they have a vacuum leak. They'll say, oh, it's got a small cam in it, but I don't know what it is. It just turns out to be a vacuum leak. But that's not on him, because he bought the car like this. He's going off the other guy's word. So a few things in here that I don't know where they go or how they tie in, so I'm going to have to watch some videos and see. I do know that there is a vacuum line that goes to the factory Terminator X unit. It's got a vacuum line on it, because this does not use a MAF sensor, it uses a MAP sensor. So I got to get all these sensors changed, plugged in, things like that, and wires ran, make sure everything's good how it needs to be, and cleaned up. If y'all remember when I did my Nitrous install, everything was loomed, everything was cleaned up, none of this hodgepodge stuff. So we'll have to, it kind of looks like they went around and they put zip ties on the stuff to say, hey, this is done, we did that, because the zip tie, that's not holding anything, that's not holding anything. It's just like blue to blue, yellow on this side. So it looks like they had a little system, but you know, you never know the situation. Cruise control is not hooked up, and I probably won't hook it up. The AC don't work again, so I'm taking all that out. Didn't have AC in my SN for years. I'm not going to have it in my Fox Body. I don't need it. I'm not a AC kind of guy when it comes to a street car. I'm a let's get out and have fun kind of guy. Kind of sounded slutty. Anyway. Yeah, so let me know what y'all think. I know it's a lot of rambling, but I am super excited about this. If y'all could see me right now, I'm outside in my pajama pants and flip-flops. And, yeah, I'm just smiling ear to ear. Like I said, my first Fox that got me into Mustangs, period, was an 89 GT. And wasn't fast. It ran 12.9 at Gainesville. So back then, I mean, it was just super fun. But let me know what you think. If y'all have any spare parts, you know, y'all want to send them this way, let me know. We can figure out shipping or something. Any heads or anything laying around, anything like that, let me know. Best place to get stuff, you know, if you find some deals, maybe send it my way, and we'll see where it goes. Oh, there it is. I know a lot of my subscribers are SN based and 4.6 based, and that's why they're doing it. And I understand if you don't want to hang around for the Fox content, but I promise you this car's going to get so much better. And I think it'll be worth the wait and worth the time to just watch and enjoy. It's Mustang content, it's car content, it's content period. So if you want to see more, make sure you hit that like button, the bell notification, so you know when I upload. Be sure to comment. I don't care if it's something stupid, but it helps with the algorithms. And let me know what you think of the Fox. And yeah, this is Horseplay 2.0, so y'all get ready. We're going for a ride.
I won't turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with the 60 bars. I won't turn around, I done made it this far. Look back now, that wouldn't be too smart. Shoot for the stars even when it gets hard. Put my faith in the Lord with the 60 bars. I won't turn around, I won't turn around.